Good day to you and welcome to Matt Westcott Music's chord switching challenge number 1. This one's all about the chords E and A, or even A and E. I keep a close watch on this heart of mine. I keep my eyes wide open all the time. I keep because you're mine. I walk the line. My house in Budapest, my hidden treasure chest, gold and grand piano, my beautiful Castillo. You believe it all. She came from Greece, she had her first knowledge. She studied culture at St. Martin's College. That's where I caught her eye. So there's just an example of a few songs that you can play using just the chords A and E, or fragments of those songs at least. Alright, so that's the point in learning how to switch between these chords. I'm going to ask beginners to commit to one chunk of 30 seconds of their time per day. Alright, I'd like you to start on the A chord, and I'd like you to concentrate on moving all of your 3 fingers towards the E shape together. So that's going to be a bit slower than you really quickly getting one finger after the other, but in the long run that's going to benefit you more, okay? And in the 30 seconds for beginners, I'd like you to concentrate on getting 3 to 6 good quality chord changes in that time, okay? Moving all those fingers together, concentrating, focus. 5 fingers on A chord, 6 strings for E. You'll need those fingers pressing down quite hard when you're playing the chords, but when you're focusing on moving, Mythbuster, you don't have to be pressing hard. Newsflash, you can just rest your fingers and practice doing the shapes, and that does not have to hurt. So that part of it, getting your fingers used to doing the switch, you don't have to be pressing on the strings, okay? Get some confidence going on that first 30 seconds, on that first day, that first 30 seconds by posting a score of between 3 and 6. Go back to it the next day, get yourself in that zone again, and then try and beat your score from the previous day. Let me know how you get on in the comment section. Maybe even keep a video diary and maybe even send me that, and we can see if we can get that posted, see if we can get some interaction going with you guys. We're now going to move on, and we're going to move on to improvers. People that already switching between A and E is already pretty familiar to you. You can play a few songs there. Well, number 1 of your challenge, I'm going to ask you, by the way, improvers, to commit to a whole minute. And number 1, you're going to be focusing on just tidying up. All right, your first 30 seconds, you're going to make sure you're focused on moving all 3 fingers together, because maybe you've got a bit lazy and your one finger's dominating. So you're going to concentrate on that, but you could probably go a bit quicker than a beginner. All right, you're going to make sure that you're definitely not muting off the bottom string. It's got a nice crisp sound in. Chord in both cases, you're going to make sure that you're not playing the top string on your A chord. All right, so you're just going to tidy up any of those things that are relevant to you, and you're going to try and post a score of between 12 to 18 good quality changes in your 30 seconds. Let's do an example of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, going around that pace, okay, for an improver, making sure they all sound really crisp, you're playing the right amount of strings and your fingers are in a good position, okay? Then for your second 30 seconds, what are you working on at the moment? Are you working on a particular fingerstyle pattern? A and E, if you're really familiar with them, if you're working on a fingerstyle pattern that's a little bit complex for you with some new chords, maybe try it with just A and E for a bit and just get used to that right hand. Let's show how effective that can be for 30 seconds. Even with a false start there, that can be quite effective, right? Just learn it, really concentrate on your right hand, whatever you're doing, or your strumming or picking hand. You obviously some left-handed people will be using their left hand to do the strumming or the picking, but to concentrate on the other hand, because you're not having to concentrate too much on this one because you're really good at E to A or A to E, right? What about a strumming pattern? You might be working on some 16ths if you're someone who's moving on with their playing. Pattern 1 and a 2 and a 3 and a 4 and a... Maybe you're working on something like that. Maybe you're starting to incorporate the lift into your playing, where you're moving your hand on the last upstroke or so of the previous bar, so that you're in position nicely for the downbeat of the change. Let's demonstrate that for 30 seconds. Maybe even make a video diary, send that to me, and we'll get that up on the channel for you if that's what you want to do. Okay, yeah, definitely do this. Like, try and commit to a beginner 30 seconds just on your A and E every day. Get in the zone before you do your 30-second challenge. Get those fingers moving together. Get a definite with your hand-to-eye coordination about where you're going. Get yourself in a good position with your guitar. All right, then, you know, maybe get someone else to do the 30 seconds if the second it's gonna take you to press your device is gonna cost you a change as you start to get competitive with yourself. But yeah, commit to that. If you're an improver, commit to a minute every day and tidy up for 30 seconds. Then work on your strumming or your picking hand for 30 seconds, just with those slightly easier chords than perhaps what you're doing at the moment. Okay, so now we get on to intermediate players. Now, intermediates, particularly some of my students wanted me to do this. You're going to want to try and beat me, right? So let's cut straight to the chase. I'm going to set 30 seconds to go down a bit of a head start, because I'm going to take a second to get back from my device. Let's see how many I can do in 30 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. That's your target intermediate. So 31 changes in the 30 seconds, that's just with your open chords, okay? But if you're an intermediate player, then that's just a bit of fun. That's not really challenging you, right? So if you're an intermediate player, how can you adapt this challenge for you? Well, you might be working on power chords. A there, using the top string, 5th fret as the root note, A, to E on 7th position, using the A string, the 5th string as the root. So maybe that's something you're working on. Important point here, don't expect yourself to go super fast just because you can do your open chords super fast. If you're not used to power chords, go at the sort of pace that you used to when you were teaching yourself or when you were being taught open chords. Go at a similar pace. Maybe it's full bar chords you're looking at. Again, same positions. Let's look at the same positions with all of these examples. A to E. Maybe it's minor 7s. Beautiful chords there. Maybe it's the dominant 7s in bar position. Maybe it's those major 7s. Whatever it is, work on something for a set amount of time. Maybe give yourself a couple of minutes if you're an intermediate player. You're going to be able to focus on your playing for a bit longer than a beginning. But do the same regime and the same amount of time and try the same challenge each day. And see if you can beat yourself each day. Again, let me know how you get on your comments. Let me know who beats me, who beats my 31 A to E's open position in 30 seconds. I'm sure lots of you will. Let's have some banter about that too. See you next time.